Elon Musk sells $29 million Bel Air mansion to tech billionaire. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to Millionaire Hideouts and click that notification bell so you don't miss a video. If the electric cars and rockets thing doesn't work out, maybe Elon Musk should consider a second, third, fourth career in real estate. Back in April, when he first listed several of his 6 Bel Air homes on Zillow as for sale by owner, few in the high-end property playground took him seriously. But, as it happened, all the ensuing free publicity brought at least one serious buyer to his doorstep. As was first reported by the Wall Street Journal, records reveal that Musk has successfully unloaded the Titanic house that served as his main residence in an all-cash deal. And the sale price of $29 million is barely 3% under the $30 million asking price and $12 million more than he paid for the property less than 8 years ago, back in late 2012. Walled, gated and assuredly protected by a state-of-the-art security system, the palatial residence measures in at more than 16,000 square feet, with 7 bedrooms and 11 baths. Though the crop of decidedly unprofessional photos included with the Zillow listing leaves many aspects of the estate a mystery, it's clear there are lush, expertly maintained gardens, a swimming pool with inset spa, several alfresco dining patios, and garaging for at least 4 Teslas. The multi-story house, a towering but architecturally insipid structure, has A-plus views that sweep over the Bel Air Country Club, summiting at the Pacific Ocean and Catalina Island on the horizon. Records also reveal the property's buyer is William Lei Ding, a Chinese national and tech entrepreneur who remains largely unknown in the US but was once ranked as the richest man in mainland China. Today, he's worth more than $25 billion, according to Forbes. Ding founded the NetEase Leviathan group of companies that together comprise one of the largest online gaming empires in the world, second in China only to Tencent. The transaction is all part of Musk's highly publicized plan to own no house, though he still has a long way to go before achieving that goal. As of early June, he still holds title to 5 other Bel Air estates, plus a 47-acre compound up in Northern California's expensive Hillsborough community. As for Ding, the former Musk estate is not his only California residence. Back in 2011, he paid $17.7 million for a mansard-roofed mansion in the exclusive Silicon Valley town of Atherton, California, where some of his nearest neighbors include the homes of billionaires like Meg Whitman, Jan Koum and the $31 million compound of Steph and Ayesha Curry. Scott James of Douglas Elliman represented Ding. Justin Bieber takes a loss on Beverly Hills property. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to Millionaire Hideouts and click that notification bell so you don't miss a video. It's never too late to say sorry, as Justin Bieber might believe, but it's too far gone for the 26-year-old Canadian crooner to take a profit on his Beverly Hills home. The bespoke contemporary traditional residential fusion, which originally popped up on the market last March asking $9 million, recently sold for just under $8 million, over $500,000 less than Bieber paid for the place just 3 short years ago. TMZ first reported the transfer. The lucky new owners had been looking for a new home for more than 2 years, victims of a challenging market, but immediately fell in love with the property, according to their realtor Stephen Schaefer, and they even scored all of Bieber's furniture in the deal. Property records indicate the discount buyers are not Hollywood celebrities but rather businessman Alex Cohen, CEO of loan juggernaut Liberty SBF, and his wife Leah Weiss. Set on a prime cul-de-sac in the 90,210s Benedict Canyon area, walking distance to the Beverly Hills Hotel and right next door to a $10 million home owned by Jeff Bezos, the former Bieber estate includes a 6,100 square foot structure originally built in 1932. Initially a nondescript traditional, the place underwent a dramatic expansion and renovation in 2018 that rendered it completely unrecognizable. Walled and gated for security, the camera-watched estate includes a private front courtyard with olive trees shading crunchy pea gravel. Inside, wide plank hardwood floors flow throughout the main floor, which includes a living room with a marble fireplace and glassy French doors opening to the courtyard. The step-down living room lies just off the gourmet kitchen, stylishly appointed with bespoke rift oak cabinetry, Sub-Zero and Wolf appliances, and a marble-topped island. Custom steelcase windows in both rooms open to various parts of the gardens. The formal dining room sports more traditional casement windows with tree views. Somewhere in the house are a movie theater and a library sheathed in what appears to be a textured grey-green wallpaper, but the most visually interesting room is probably the wine cellar, with its Art Deco-inspired golden bar and backlit shelving. There are also 5 bedrooms and 7 full bathrooms, per the listing, including a master suite with a fireplace, soaking tub, and an extra-large walk-in closet. Though it's not particularly spacious, the 0.2-acre property also includes a well-landscaped backyard with a sparkling pool, outdoor cabana with fireplace, lush banana plants, and a wee patch of lawn for Fido to attend to his business. Don't shed any tears for Bieber. Despite the big financial loss, he and wife Hailey Baldwin are still living large. The couple recently upgraded to a $25.8 million estate in the guard-gated Beverly Park community, high in the mountains above Beverly Hills. Other famous residents in that same enclave include Magic Johnson, Samuel L. Jackson, Rod Stewart, and Denzel Washington. Josh Altman of the Altman Brothers team at Douglas Elliman shared the listing with Dalton Gomez of the Aaron Kerman team at Compass. Stephen Schaefer and Jay Lux of Schaefer & Lux rep the buyers. Jeff Bezos has reportedly bought 3 condos in New York City for $80 million. Here's a look inside the penthouse. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to Millionaire Hideouts and click that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Amazon founder and billionaire Jeff Bezos has reportedly purchased 3 separate condos in New York for a combined $80 million, according to reports in the Wall Street Journal. The 3 units include a 3-floor penthouse, plus the 2 units directly underneath for a combined 1,700 square feet with at least a dozen bedrooms. The final sales price has not been disclosed for the penthouse, though it was recently on the market for $58 million after a high of $73.8 million in 2017, as I recently reported. According to public records, the remaining 2 units sold for a total of $28.5 million. The sale would be the most expensive sale on record south of 42nd Street, as appraiser Jonathan Miller told the Journal. Plus, it is the second most expensive on record for the year, only bested by the $238 million purchase by Ken Griffin at the beginning of the year. The building, at 212 Fifth Avenue, was built in 1912 and was largely used for manufacturing purposes, but developers Madison Equities turned the old building into about 50 condos, all of which are under contract or sold. To create the 3-level penthouse, they added 2 floors to the top of the building, which also allowed them to reserve 5,000 square feet of space for an outdoor private pavilion, including a partial glass floor to provide a skylight to the floor below. The kitchen has an attached butler's pantry at one end. With interiors by Pembroke and Ives, the palette largely relies on neutral colors and marble accents throughout the unit. One of the bedrooms still has the clerestory windows that overlook the Nomad neighborhood. One of the dining areas has a herringbone floor pattern with wood floors. And this corner of the unit shows its unobstructed views. Another gathering spot, with a working fireplace, lightwell and full wall of windows. An upstairs living room has sliding glass doors that open nearly all the way to create an indoor-outdoor living space. Phil Collins sells J-Lo's former Miami Beach mansion. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to Millionaire Hideouts and click that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Phil Collins is an English singer, songwriter, drummer, and record producer who began his music industry career in 1963. He is best known as the lead singer and drummer of the rock band Genesis. However, he has also enjoyed a career as a solo artist. Collins originally retired from the limelight in 2011 as he wanted to concentrate on his family life. He then came out of retirement in 2015, and he is still active in the music industry today. His career means that Collins is a wealthy man, although his rocky love life has cost him dearly. In his personal life, Collins has been married 3 times. His first wife was Andrea Bertarelli, and he adopted her daughter after they married. The couple then had a son together. With his second wife, Jill Tavelman, he has 1 daughter. From his third marriage to Orianne Seavey, he has 2 sons. It is the end of his third marriage that has led to the sale of his Miami Beach home. The legal battle surrounding Collins' Miami house. Collins' Miami Beach home has been at the center of a legal battle with his ex-wife for several years. However, it seems that the issue has now been settled as the property has sold for $39.25 million, which is just under the original listing price of $40 million, to an unnamed buyer. In 1999, Phil Collins married Orianne Seavey, a Swiss jewelry designer, and they went on to have 2 children together. When the marriage ended in divorce in 2008, Seavey was awarded a cash payout of $47 million. Seavey went on to marry her second husband, who she then divorced, before reuniting with Collins just after he bought the Miami Beach property in 2015, and the couple lived together in the Florida estate. However, the relationship did not last, and they separated for a second time. Not only did Seavey remain in Collins' property, but she also moved her third husband, Thomas Bates, into the home. While Collins made it clear he intended to sell the property, The Real Deal reported that his ex-wife was refusing to leave. It led to a legal battle, with Collins' former wife claiming that the singer had promised her half the house, while Collins' representatives said that was not the case. Although the case is now settled, the details are unknown. An overview of the property. The Mediterranean-style two-story property was built in 1926, and it is set on the waterfront along North Bay Road, one of the most prestigious addresses in Miami Beach. The 11,000-square-foot mansion is set in 1.2 acres of grounds, and it boasts 6 bedrooms and 8.5 bathrooms. In the early 2000s, the property was owned by Jennifer Lopez, who paid $9.5 million for the luxurious pad. When she sold the vast estate in 2005 for $13.9 million, she made a $4.4 million profit. It did not become Colin's home until 2015, and he paid $33 million for the property, more than 3 times more than the price that J.Lo had paid 15 years earlier. Inside the Miami Beach pad. Inside the property, the grand entranceway sets the tone for the rest of the house. It boasts a 2-story rotunda with arched wood beams and a spiral staircase. It is topped by an impressive octagonal skylight. Another feature of the room is the hardwood details, which are made from 150-year-old reclaimed wood. The living room and formal dining room are separated only by square columns, so there is a partially open plan layout. Both rooms feature arched windows and dark tiled flooring. At one end of the living room sits a grand piano. Further living space is available in the family rooms, which has a less formal feel due to the furniture's casual style. Thanks to the floor-to-ceiling arched windows and the white painted beam ceiling, it is a light and airy room. Adjoining the family room is an elegant kitchen, which also has a white painted beam ceiling. The kitchen has white cabinetry and grey marble countertops that match the marble of the backsplash. There is a vast array of high-end stainless steel appliances, including 4 built-in ovens. Central to the kitchen is an island that offers additional countertop space and extra storage space while also acting as an informal dining area. Other features of the kitchen include pendant lighting and hardwood flooring. Although there are 6 spacious bedrooms in Colin's former home, the master suite is undoubtedly the most impressive. Double doors lead out to a loggia, which has tiled flooring. Therefore, the homeowner can enjoy water views from both inside the bedroom and while sitting out on the loggia. The exterior of Colin's former home. A gated driveway that is lined with royal palms leads to a huge motor court at the front of the property. The front of the property also boasts a lawn as big as a soccer pitch, beautiful gardens, and a huge koi pool. There are arched arcades and covered terraces surrounding the house. As the estate sits on 1.2 acres of grounds, there is also plenty to explore at the rear of the property. One of the garden's highlights is the rectangular pool with an inbuilt spa, says Dirt.com. The pool is surrounded by a coral stone terrace where the homeowner can relax in the Florida sunshine after taking a dip in the pool. Alongside the pool, there is an open-air poolside pavilion with a fully equipped outdoor kitchen. Beyond the pool, there is a large expanse of lawn that leads to the waterfront, from where it is possible to enjoy views of the sunset over Biscayne Bay. On the waterfront, the property also benefits from a private boat dock, so it is an ideal property for a boat owner or someone who aspires to own a boat in the future. Except for where the garden meets the waterfront, the property is lined with palm trees that offer the property and grounds some privacy from neighboring properties. Inside Beyonce and JayZ's $88 million Bel Air mansion. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to Millionaire Hideouts. And click that notification bell so you don't miss a video. With a maximum budget of $80 million, you could easily assume that it would have been easy for JayZ and Beyonce to find their LA dream home. Sadly, it wasn't, although they did come close during their epic house hunt that lasted more than 3 years. In 2014, they lost out on a $70 million Beverly Hills mansion. They were actually outbid by the creator of Minecraft, Marcus Persson, who offered up the same amount, but agreed to waive any contingencies and pay cash. The next year the power couple set their sights on a different Beverly Hills mansion, only to lose out again. This time, JayZ and Beyonce's offer of $49 million was rejected for designer Tom Ford's $50 million offer. Here's a trivia fact. 2 years before the bidding war with the designer, in 2013, JayZ recorded the song, Tom Ford. It referenced the rapper rocking the designer's clothes. Finally, in August 2017, they found their home, opting for a contemporary-style Bel Air mansion. Despite an estimated asking price of $120 million, the couple was able to purchase it for a mere $88 million. This makes it the highest-selling transaction for Los Angeles County in 2017. Before we go any further, here's an interesting fact. The 1.88-acre property included a more than 9,000 square featuring colonial revival mansion when it was last purchased for $15 million in 2013. The buyer immediately had the historic home torn down and replaced with the open and airy mansion that sits in its place. JayZ and Beyonce's ultra-modern, hillside mansion boasts 8 bedrooms, 11 bathrooms, bulletproof windows, a 15-car garage, staff quarters, 4 pools, and a basketball court, among other things. Altogether, there are 6 structures on the property with around a combined 30,000 square feet of living space. The estate is a smart home that includes all of the latest technological features to ensure safety and convenience. All it takes is the touch of a button to open the glass walls. And, of course, everything sits behind massive iron gates. The couple decided to put down more than $30 million in cash, leaving them with a mortgage of $52.8 million. Just in case you wanted to know, their estimated monthly payment is around $252,075 if they took out a 30-year loan. Take a minute and let that sink in. On the bright side, that's considerably less than the $400,000 a month they were paying to rent a Malibu home while on their house hunt. A few key renovations. Before moving in, the couple spent an additional $750,000 on some important changes. They had a backup generator installed and added another living area under the pools. So, are you wondering what an $88 million mansion in Bel Air looks like? Here are 20 photos of Beyonce and JayZ's Bel Air mansion so that you can see for yourself. The aerial view of JayZ and Beyonce's new property gives you a chance to see just how large and impressive it is. It also lets you see how close their neighbors are. There's at least 3 houses on to the left, which is really surprising. You'd think their house would be more isolated. Of course, the property is surrounded with woven metal security gates, so it's not like anyone is really going to get that close. As you could probably tell from the aerial view above, the backyard appears to be divided into different levels. In this photo, you can see the level right off the house, which includes an infinity pool and plenty of green space for the kids to run around. On the right side of the house, there appears to be an outdoor living space for the family to take advantage of. It's not immediately clear what the red thing with the attached twisting bars is on the left of the photo. From some angles, it almost looks like a jungle gym. Although each one of the 4 pools provides spectacular views, this pool perched on the roof most likely provides the best one of all. According to several sources, the huge white space at the top of the picture is the helipad, meaning guests can fly in and take a quick refreshing dip in the pool before heading indoors. With 3 kids under the age of 6, an outdoor area for playing is an absolute must. More than likely, the couple will use this lush grassy spot on the ground level as a place for Blue, Rumi, and Sir to play. After all, there is plenty of room for an elaborate playset or playhouse, and it is easy to get to. To ensure the views remain unobstructed, while also keeping the kids safe, they can easily have a transparent glass fence added around the pool. On a side note, this photo gives you a better look at the weird structure on the left that was discussed in the second photo. What is it? JayZ and Beyonce's media room includes all of the latest state-of-the-art AV equipment, along with the perfect and ottomans to ensure their guests are more than comfortable while they enjoy the show. With its huge movie theater screen and recessed lighting, the room is similar to your average movie theater. However, unlike your average theater, this one has plush carpeting and a door that is said to be covered in lizard skin. Finally, a look at the 4th pool. Long skinny pools are said to be a favorite of the architect, Paul McLean, who designed JayZ and Beyonce's new home. This is pretty obvious when you look at all 4 pools on the property, particularly the 4th pool, which sits on the 2nd level. This may or may not be the pool that has been the source of tons of drama for the couple since moving in. According to a lawsuit filed on August 9, 2017 by Pool and Spa Builders, who installed the pool, the previous owner, Questa Estate LLC, refused to pay their $87,729.92 bill. The case was dismissed without prejudice in November, meaning that the plaintiff has the option of filing again in the future. After looking at the mansion, do you think it is worth $88 million?